when I was watching him go to the Olympics, knowing that what he's done, it's just like nobody really knows who he is.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the video. In today's episode of Delinz Reacts, we are going to do something a little bit different. We are going to react to the arrest of two-time Olympian Fred Kerley over on South Beach here in Miami. But not only are we going to review the arrest, we're going to also see the reaction from a pro athlete as well as the other charge that he caught from his wife. You definitely want to stay to the end of this video because this is a crazy situation. But before we get started, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button because we are down bad over here. Less than 2% of you all actually subscribe, although a ton of you watch each one of my videos. So I really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button right now. But without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, so we're over here on South Beach, and notice he's over there talking, and the guy, they're telling him to go away, and he's still running his mouth. He's still running his mouth. He walks up on the police officer. He tells him to get back, and he's told him to get back again. Here we go.
Hey, 315.
Still fighting.
Please do not mess with him. Y'all niggas bullshit.
Nobody cares he's an athlete. That don't give you special privileges.
Put your hands to the back. Please stop. Get the down. Stop. Dad, why y'all hitting this one?
Because he's still fighting, that's why.
You're fighting. Get that. Get that. Yeah, I'm gonna tase him.
Tase him. Ooh. Taser, taser. Got him. Look at that crow over there on the ledge just screaming and rasping. What is that doing? Other than being irritating.
Move! Get back! Move! Move!
And just so you know, for the record, there was a law that was implemented on January 1st in Florida that you cannot be within 25 feet of first responders after they've requested that you move. And so that applies to firemen, ambulance workers, and police officers. So if they ask you to move within, if they ask you to move once, if you don't comply and you're within 25 feet, they can arrest you too. So get your butt back.
Go over there, man. Go over there. Go over there.
Why? They could arrest her too.
Stop and don't say anything else. Hey, you heard me.
That's the first smart thing she said. Don't say nothing else.
Anything else?
Hey, anyone else? No, you're good.
Oh, where's my phone? Where's my phone? Right there. You were walking to our car. Our car's right there.
I'm not resisting.
I'm not resisting. Get off of me, bro.
Sit up.
Hey, get away from my girl, bro. Stop, bro. I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting. I got hit.
Now, is that his girl or his wife? But we'll see in just a minute. So there's more to the story, of course.
Handcuffs on me. Y'all weak. Hey, you weak, homie? Hey, get the off of me. Hey, bro, I'm not resisting. Y'all going to jail. Yeah. Y'all not built like that. I'm telling y'all not built like that. You weak. You weak, bro.
All right, we know they weak.
Y'all weak as bro.
Stop, yo. It's the police. You have to respect that.
These man. And get that off of me, bro.
Now you hear the guy in the background. He's like, hey, they're the police. You have to respect them. So we already know that didn't happen. So that's why he's in handcuffs, been tased, and on the ground.
All right, you call fire rescue already? Not feel like that. I'm telling y'all, what's about to go down. Can y'all I am Billy. I got find the front. Yo, you ain't got on me, bro. Relax, bro. Yo, it's on your legs because you don't relax. You going to jail. And then you weak. Y'all put your hands on me, hit me in my head. All y'all weak, bro. I'm telling y'all like, man, get the off me, bro.
All right, they're weak.
I can't go nowhere. Yo, bro, man, you shut the up, bro. Nigga, you weak. Y'all nigga in jail.
20 years old. 20 years old.
I'm not 20 years old. Babe, come and get my phone. Bro, get off my legs. I need my legs. Move your legs? Get off my legs.
Talking about he need his legs. He wasn't thinking about that when he was doing what he was doing. Now he need his legs.
Move your legs? Get the off me. You gotta stop moving them. Get off of me, bro. Y'all going to jail.
No, sir. You're going to jail.
I ain't doing this. You just went to my car. And
he ain't do nothing.
Which one? You put your hands on me. You put your hands on me. Y'all think y'all big because you got in the bag.
Zero, someone else on those kids. I'll show you right one, 23, 27.
Yo, give me all this roll, bro.
2016. 2016, just
Take 20 hit me.
And another 14 on property no fire.
It take 20 hit me. It take 20 to get me. None of y'all feel like that.
Okay, so this number's going to be 7867.
It take 20. Anybody else have a ball in the cage here? It take 20 times. It take 20. Hey, no, what the fuck y'all doing, bro?
Now, what's that for?
I'm not doing it. Yo, get my girl, bro. I'm good.
Of course he didn't do nothing. Of course.
Any unit that's so fine like that, there's a wagon on the 100 block Main Street.
Don't take 20, man. It take 20. Hey, boom, move, bro. It's away. Hey, take that off. Take that off.
Man, I swear, I think some of these people are like parrots because they just repeat the same thing over and over. You weak, bro. You weak, bro. And then the lady just screaming for no reason. But what do you all think? Was that really necessary? But we have more. That's not the end. So let me know in the comments, what do you think right now before I get into the second and third part of this video about that arrest? Was it justified? Now, again, pay attention rewind all the way back and look at the very first part, especially before the audio, and see what happened. But he didn't do nothing. Now keep that in mind. So were the cops justified? Was it excessive force? Because there is one person that believes it was excessive force. That is RG3, Robert Griffith III, a great Washington former Redskins quarterback that is now a NFL analyst. But he had this to say, and I'm not sure you all can read this. It's a little small, so I'm going to read just some excerpts of it. He says, this is complete overuse of force by the Miami-Dade police against Fred Kerley. First and foremost, that is Miami Beach Police Department. It is not Miami. Miami and South Beach / Miami Beach are two different cities. So get your facts straight. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. The same Fred Kerley who just finished representing the USA and winning a bronze medal in the 100 meter at the 2024 Olympics in Paris. How do you represent your country and come home to unnecessary beatdowns like this? How don't you comply with the police officer's directive and think you get privileged because you are an athlete? Does being an Olympian exempt you from being held accountable when you break the rules or the law of the land? But every human being should be exempt from being jumped and tased by 4 police officers when it's not warranted. And there's more to it, so you can check out RG3's post on X. But he goes on and on and on and on and on. It's clear that the first police officer put his hands on Fred for no apparent reason. So no apparent reason means you just walk up on somebody and you expect them to not put their hands on you. I mean, not even the police, just on some street stuff. You don't walk up on people and expect no harm to be done for you, to be perfectly honest. But from that point on, the police officer has escalated the situation by pushing Fred extremely hard after Fred clearly asked him not to touch him and gently removed his hand from the chest. Oh, yeah, that was so gentle. Then the officer charged Fred, and Fred defended himself. In what world is it okay for a police officer to unnecessarily push a civilian and charge them with violent intentions? First and foremost, if you have a problem with police officers, that's why they wear body cams. If you have a problem with them, you don't settle it on the street, you settle it in court. But that's not the end of the story. There is part 3. The third part is he was going to be released early, but he had an additional charge stemming from a alleged domestic violence incident from a wife from last year. Now, the question is, was the woman that was screaming the whole time, is that his wife or is this a different chick? I'm curious. And so, yeah, this is the article, and I'm really curious as to, is this the same person? But I want to watch this clip with you guys, and because I haven't seen this clip myself.
Is out of jail this morning after posting his bond. The athlete is charged with battery on an officer and resisting arrest in Miami Beach. But it's the additional charges stemming from an alleged domestic violence incident with his estranged wife from last year. Kept him locked up until Saturday night. Kerley and his legal team left the jail with a message. And only on CBS News Miami, we're also now hearing from that estranged wife. CBS News Miami's Zakiya Carrero was at the jail the moment Kerley was released and has the latest.
Two-time Olympian Fred Kerley walked out of the gates here at TGK with his attorneys. They said one statement and took off. Kerley is facing charges in 2 incidents. The first, an arrest caught on camera in Miami Beach. The second, an alleged incident that took place last year involving his wife. I spoke with Angelica Kerly, the estranged wife of Fred Kerley. She tells me that incident that now has the track star facing domestic violence charges was a turning point in her relationship.
When I was watching him go to the Olympics, knowing that what he's done, it's just like nobody really knows who he is.
Team USA track sprinter Fred Kerley was arrested after a confrontation with Miami Beach police officers, all caught on police-worn body camera. Then Friday afternoon, he was also charged with domestic battery with strangulation and strong arm robbery against his wife last May as well.
I remember trying to get up, and he tries to grab my phone again, so I scoot it under me, and he's standing over me at this point behind me, and he takes his arm and he wraps it around my neck, and he proceeds to choke me so hard that I can't gasp for air. And I'm not going to lie, at some point, I thought that he was going to kill me.
The mother of 3 tells me after he let go, the confrontation continued between the couple in front of his family members and their children.
He took his arm again in front of my daughter, who was at the time 8, and she saw him do this and try to choke me again. And I'm telling you, I didn't even get him. I pick up a toy to hit him, to get him off me. And my daughter is literally scratching at his eyes to get him off of me.
She claims she has asked the runner for a divorce on numerous occasions and a fresh start, but she says he won't grant her the divorce. Fred Kerley appeared in bond court on the additional domestic violence charge Saturday. In open court, Angelica Kerly said she had a change of heart despite being brought in by his defense team.
They asked me to be here and speak on his behalf, but I want to proceed with pressing charges on him.
She said the message from her husband's arrest led her to speak about what she says happened last May.
Seeing the video of this recent incident and how like he was aggressive, it kind of made me think like he didn't feel any remorse for what he did to me. And I know that I have to think about my children, but he didn't think about his children in that situation.
His attorneys had this to say when Kerley walked out.
It speaks for itself. At this time, we look forward to working with the state attorney's office, helping in their investigation any way we can, and we look forward to getting justice for Fred.
What about the
Yeah, it does speak for itself. You're right about that.
Are you guys going to divorce those?
No, so we're not going to comment at this time.
While Kerley's attorneys did not answer any questions regarding the domestic violence charges, they did send CBS News Miami a statement earlier today. It reads in part, the allegations are made by a highly motivated and angry woman. The idea that Kerley won't grant a divorce is just as ridiculous as the allegations against Fred. Now, Kerley did not answer any of our questions about either case. The judge did order Kerley a stay-away order from his wife and to have no contact with her. In Northwest Miami-Dade, Nakaya Carrero, CBS News, Miami.
Now, I definitely believe there is some fact and fiction in that domestic violence story. Is probably somewhere in between. Now, he probably did put his hands on him, but it might have been for something. I don't know. And so, you know, unfortunately, I don't follow the believe all women. I think there's more to it because she waited. My thing is she waited until he got arrested and seized the opportunity to jump on this case now, as opposed to when it happened. So I'm kind of skeptical about that a little bit, about her telling the entire truth of the matter. But what do you guys think? That is the 3 parts of this crazy story. Let me know down in the comments. Do you think he was right? Do you think that the police were doing too much? Do you think RG3 was right? And what do you think about the wife's claim of domestic violence? And also let me know, lastly, what do you think of these styles of videos as far as reporting on these crazy crimes such as this one? Let me know down in the comments. Now, you have reached the end of yet another Delinz Reacts video. And so if this video brought you any type of value, go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me. And while you're at it, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you will be notified every single time that I drop a new video. Also, if you want me to react to a specific video, go ahead and send it to delinzreacts@gmail.com. That is delinzreacts@gmail.com. And then lastly, Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. I am doing a live show. Usually it centers around dating and social media reactions. You definitely don't want to miss the show on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.